All right, gang. It's time to spill the tea on the Later Daters episode 5, where Dwayna's out here playing expert. But does she really know best? We've got drama, laughs, and maybe a little side eye to dish out. Buckle up, because we're breaking it all down right now. Be right back.
This video may contain copyrighted material used for educational, transformative, or commentary purposes, constituting fair use under Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Law. And it's also my
Hey now, it's Lil Paulette, and I'm back with the Later Daters, episode 5. Dwayna Knows Best. How y'all doing? Y'all, let's get into it. I hope everybody's week was great since the last time we talked. I hope everything is good and we're reaching for the higher stars, not the lower ones, baby. But anyway, let's get on into these Later Daters. I think that it started off with Suzanne and Avery on their second date. You know, they went like, I think that's how it ended on the last episode, where Avery told her that she was scared of him. And Suzanne was like, I ain't scared of you, and grabbed him and kissed him. I think that's how the last episode ended, at least as far as them two, right? Avery told her, I think you are getting a little scared. You're starting to feel a little something. And she was like, don't put things in my head. And then she goes into the confessional and she says, I have interest in him, but things are moving a little bit too fast. So I'm thinking that maybe Suzanne is thinking that Avery is projecting, that he's the one that's starting to feel a little something. He turned really beet red, guys, when he said it too. Like he was red as I don't know what when he said it. So I don't know. Maybe that's what Suzanne is thinking, that he's projecting. It's him that's starting to feel something and stuff like that. That's why he's saying stuff like, you scared of me, trying to see what she's going to say. I don't know, guys, because I feel like she really liked Avery and they seem like really happy together. But Avery was definitely not my first choice. But who am I? So I'm going to skip over the Smex talk that all of the people on the show had because of YouTube's guidelines, guys. No, let me stop. But I'm gonna skip over it because it's not even, it's just a little, they talking about when they first found out about it. And you know how YouTube is. So we're gonna just get over that. Oh my goodness. Except for this part. Anise said, oh, I could barely hold it together. Oh, oh my goodness. Anise said, remember she grew up on a farm and she said, one day, one of the horses was going to have a baby. Just like that, guy. And then she said, my mom turned around and said, that's what. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even get it together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had paused it every day and I thought I got all my laughs out, but they keep coming when I get to the words. Okay. So Anise said, I'm sorry. Anise said, my mom then said, that's what mommies and daddies do. Okay, so that's what mommies and daddies do. She said to her mom. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. It's not even that funny either, but it's the faces that she made while she said it. She said, oh, you mean to tell me you mean to tell me daddy gets on your back like that? But horses. If y'all want to see her face, because then they show the horse getting on the other horse's back. Oh goodness. She said, "You mean to tell me Daddy gets on your back?" And then they cut to the horse getting on the horse back with her face. Oh my God, y'all, that was what was so funny. Just the whole thing together. I'm literally crying. And like I said, it's not that funny. It's just the way she said it with her face turned up. And then they show the horse getting on the other horse back. Y'all, that shit took me out. Took me out. Y'all know I'm silly, so. So finally, um, producers asked the question that I'm guessing that most people want to know that watch this show about Nate, which is why him and that baby mama that's always at his house is not together. Her name is Jackie. So the producers asked because Jackie shows up and as Nate is getting ready for his fourth date, right? So they start asking them, they not start asking them. The producers asked them, why aren't you two together? Like they say something like it's an elephant in the room or whatever. And Nate says, "You want me to go first, or do you want to go first?" And she was shaking her head, like she was ready to go too. But I think it's very interesting. I'm glad that they asked him about it. I really am, because I wanted to know as well. She says that it was considered. She thought about it, and she knows that he thought about it, and he shook his head, yeah. But and Jackie said when she first met him with the dimples and everything, she wasn't looking for a relationship. She was looking for a hookup. And that's what she got. And that's what they both got. Yep, I like that. I mean, I'm not saying I like that they had a hookup. I have no judgment on that. I like that she is being a woman and standing in that. And like, I can't stand women who fake and, fake the funk and pretend. Like, I like a woman like Jackie who know how to keep it 100. I like that. But hey, I mean, because what it was is what it was. It is what it is. It's not, why pretend? So yeah, so because as they, because they have a child together and they've become really close friends as they've gotten to know each other, well as friends, and also they were also lovers before they were friends. They decided that they both decided that they were not compatible. So they're better as friends. And see, and that's what I mean. Like that's grown woman shit right there. Not trying to chase after a man who not compatible with you just because it's your baby daddy, or pretending that he's supposed to have this loyalty to you because it's your baby daddy, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's not cool, you know? So I love a woman like Jackie. And that's all I got to say about that. No, I'm just kidding. But Nate is too funny. He said part of the real reason is that she get on my damn nerves sometimes and I get on hers too. But he was so like his personality was so like that real ninja-ish, like I'm on that real ninja-ish. The way he said it is so different than how the quiet, meek but strong Nate has been showing himself on TV. It's kind of funny. It's kind of cute though, because you could tell he's just really like being real, showing his realness. I do like Nate. He's a good guy. So Nate starts talking about his date with Lisa to Jackie. Talked about how he thought she was very attractive, and how when he started coming to the table, he stood up. His knees said "Papa," and he was like, "Don't fall, don't fall." He had to play it off and stuff. But he likes Jackie. But of course, like we talked about in the last episode, Jackie got two grown kids living with her, and Nate ain't really about that life. You know what I'm saying? But he did say that the date was a lot more fun and relaxed compared to his date with a niece. He felt like the date with a niece was a lot more serious. But I mean, I don't. I didn't see that. I mean, they must have edited all that stuff out. But the date was very similar. It was just that after he told Anise everything about the not being able to, he's a homebody and stuff like that, then the conversation did kind of like, kind of get to, where Anise was kind of giving empathy about his his injuries from jumping out of planes, basically. So she don't really want no homebody. She older than him, I think, by almost 10 years anyway. So, and she's more active than him. And he kind of mentioned that. So yeah, they had a good point. If you get with a grown woman and get with a woman and her grown children are still in the house and y'all decide to get together or, get a place together, whatever, guess where the children going? Where their mother going? And he absolutely right. That's true. But I mean, sometimes people are able to work it out where the kids will be able to get their own place or they stay in the old place and she moved to the new place, stuff like that. Some kids can make it on their own, but they just are allowed to still stay at home or they choose to stay at home with their parents. But that doesn't mean they can't really, make it on their own. But basically, Nate does prefer an empty nester, is what Jackie was saying. And he agreed, he really does. So yeah, I get it. So they show Anise and Dwayna, um, still talking like they were earlier talking about the Smecks, but this time they're talking to the producers, and the producers um, hand Dwayna a phone with pictures of guys to hook her mom up with. And Dwayna says no to the first two, but definitely to the third gentleman for sure, baby. Dwayna said we're gonna call him Silver Fox. Shiver me timbers. He do look good now, y'all. He got a big silver beard. He look like he about shoot. He don't look that much older than me. But his beard don't even make him look old. But he got a silver beard, a nice silver beard, nice long one too, full. Not super long, but if I could find a picture of him, I would put it in here. Because a lot of times, these pictures for the later daters, I can't really find them. And I'm not looking at Netflix on my phone to get any screenshots. So I can't. Miss Lori and her daughter Kennedy, they start discussing her date with Ty. And I did like that one of the first things that Kennedy asked her asked her mom was did Ty challenge her, like questions wise, and because she feels like that Lori needs a guy that will challenge her, and Lori immediately said no. Lori was telling her daughter about how Ty had a foot fetish, and the daughter said she was scared, but Lori said she liked that because that meant that he paid attention to the details. He saw that she took the time to be as well put together as she was. Lori did think that Ty was handsome. She said that he gave her Sidney Poitier vibes. And I could see that with Ty because he's tall. Like before, I was like, because he made a lot of money, but I didn't mean to just say that. I think it's because he is tall. He dresses, like a gentleman that is not cheap or whatever. Because he, she didn't like the white T-shirt thing showing under his clothes. So I'm not mad at Lori for that. Lori's funny though. Right, Ty said, I have a foot fetish and I will pay for it. And Lori said, drop the mic. So Ty had asked Lori out, as we talked about in the last episode. And it was her birthday weekend and he asked her. So she said she didn't know what she had planned because, it's her birthday weekend or whatever. But she hasn't heard from him since. So she doesn't know if he's really interested in her because she feels that men are hunters and they go after what they want. So she feels like maybe she may not be his cup of tea as well. I mean, not as well because she does like him. So I don't know. Nate, Nate get ready for his fourth date, and he taking out all these outfits because it's a poolside date. He don't know what to wear, and Jackie is telling him no, 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 all these different outfits, right? And Nate gonna say he want to wear something sexy. but not too revealing because he worked for the federal government, you know? He's serious, y'all. Like, what was you gonna wear with your 50-something-year-old behind? Shut up, Nate. So Nate finally figured it out. He is going to meet Michelle. She is gorgeous. 55, divorced twice, 8 years single, 3 kids, and she's an actress. Oh, I don't know. Michelle, you might be the one right there. Michelle might be the one, guys. I haven't even like heard her talk to him yet, but I think Michelle is it. Their young pictures next to each other look adorable. Logan said Nate is the maximizer. He likes to date several women, find the different great things that he like about them, and then mush them all together like Frankenstein to maximize them. And the problem with that is that there's no perfect person, and Nate still has to figure that out. That's his homework to figure that out. That she goes for the green flag. I guess maybe he didn't go for the red flag. Nate saw Michelle. He liked what he saw too. They had a nice little church hug, and Nate was just so captivated when he saw her. He forgot the flowers, so he had to go. He had to ask her for to count 30 seconds, and he'll be right back. And then he came back with the flowers, and Michelle was like, "All right, you get a little points for that. You got that. You got that." See, I like Michelle, y'all. Michelle's the one. See, Nate is feeling Michelle. He all gaga goo. He don't even know what to say. He's just like, oh, let's figure this out. As soon as I see Michelle, I could tell that Michelle and Nate, yeah. So Michelle said when she first seen Nate, she was feeling him too. He got a little points because he had a little bald head, but she thought that she was overdressed because he had on sneakers. Because Michelle got on this little cute dress, cute colorful dress that Nate had complimented her on, told her she looked good in. But yeah, so they like each other. So it turns out that they're both Army vets, and Michelle's also an Army brat. And Michelle probably eats healthy, and Nate probably doesn't. But you gotta be there to see it. You gotta be there. And then they go to Miss Pammy Whammy Whammy, 70 years old, still kicking it. Oh yeah, remember Pam's granddaughter had reached out to Paul, and because Pam really did like Paul, but Paul was really busy. So they had tried to hook up a couple of times, but she said every date that she suggested he was working that night or he was going out of town. But she did know that he played for a band. So she said that he's not interested in meeting anybody. He's just interested in being with himself. So I don't know. But I feel like a lot of the things, I mean, in a way, she is right because what about the nights that he's not playing? But he does have a 16-year-old kid. But also, maybe on the nights that he's suggesting, she's saying that she isn't free, but she's not saying that. I don't know because is it just her suggesting nights? Because she said a couple of the days that we were going to get together, he had to work that day, or that's the day he was going out of town. So I don't know. And also, if he plays for a band, which he told her on the date I saw it, that means that stuff was already booked. So what about the other nights? That's the part I'm missing. That's the disconnect. Is he not offering days when he's not doing it, or is he offering days and Pam is saying no, I can't go on those days? But she getting kind of fed up, so she's getting ready to go on her date. She looking cute. She got her little white, um, low. What are them things called? I think they're like booties. I think they are booties. They look like go-go boots because they're white, but then they're short. So booties, white booties. Because she's a hippie, y'all. Just straight up. That's what she is. Y'all, she looks so damn cute. I hope I can get a picture of her in this outfit. You gotta see this outfit. It's adorable. Then we got Logan. You know Logan. She is the love coach, the life coach, or whatever. I'm not sure. I can't remember at this time for some reason. But she's going to visit Miss Suzanne, if y'all remember the Silver Fox lady that's 63, who was an ophthalmologist. Or no, optometrist. Was it an optometrist? I think an optometrist. I'm sorry. She's an optometrist. Her and her daughter. So she can get some updates. And y'all, they are too funny. So Suzanne says that basically she thinks that because of her, being a widower and stuff and not really being out there in a long time, that she should just probably go on more dates with more people just to see how it is out there, to get a better feel of it and to feel more comfortable actually going on dates. So that's what she's gonna do. Logan heads on to Lori's house. And, Lori basically says that she wasn't feeling Ty because she ain't trying to build no man. She's already done that. And that white t-shirt really brought her back to her dad and her uncles. And she just can't do it. She just can't do it, guys. Even though it wasn't a white t-shirt by itself, guys, it was a white t-shirt under a button down. And the button down had a jacket, like a sports jacket, like a blazer type jacket or a blazer. Like he was wearing stuff like that, but you could see the tip of the white t-shirt. I guess that's her trigger or something. It has to be a trigger for her or something, the way she's acting about it. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Lori said she feel like, I mean, Lori. Logan said she feels like Lori is just pushing Ty away for small reasons. And Lori said no, she's just not feeling it. And then Logan said, so you don't think that you have more to learn from him? And then I do remember that he asked her about a second date, and she told him to be curious. And he said, what about bird watching? And I don't think she was feeling that either, if I can remember. Yeah, yeah. So she thought it was different, but she still wouldn't want to do it. And then remember the guy with the long beard that she met at one of her events that dressed his butt off, his name was Felton. Um, that she said friend zoned her. She likes him, but she feels that he friend zoned her. I don't know. So Lori goes on to tell Logan about, how she texted him and she said, I want to see you and things like that. Like it would be nice to see you, not I want to see you. It would be nice to see you, blah, blah, blah. But she says that she gonna let a man be a man and she's not gonna chase a man and she's not gonna be like, oh, I really wanna come see you and all this kind of stuff. She's not gonna do that. But she did say that he sent her a bottle of his new wine. And Logan was like, oh, what a friend zone that is. And she was like, you think he's sending a bottle of his new wine to every woman that he knows? And she was like, no, I hope not. So basically, Logan is saying, I don't think this is really friend zone. I don't know if you know what friend zone is. And I wonder, like, is it because you ain't hit that, Laura? You trying to get some? And he's like taking it slow? Like, let us know, girl, why you think it's a friend zone. I mean, I know we probably got to watch further, but you know what I'm saying. Nate and Michelle had the best time uh talking, getting to know each other. Nate tell her about, jumping out the planes, why he can't dance. And he said he could do a little two step, and Michelle's like, a little two step, like here, here, y'all know that little two step that everybody know how to do, right? And Nate said that if he dip it, it might say dip. You know what he's talking about? Because that back ain't playing, y'all. His back is not playing, man. So Nate and Michelle, they finishing up the date. They still having a good time laughing and playing around. And, they asked about the infamous selfie. And Michelle says yes, and she does it with her phone. And they walking out. Michelle gonna say, so you can't do a little twerk, and she do a little. for half work. It's so funny. And they say, bros don't twerk. We hot, but we don't twerk. So basically, Logan started her part of the appointment where she had to talk to Lori's kids. And when she kept asking questions, or they started answering questions, both. I'm sorry, my earbuds Lori kept interrupting. So she did a timer for 5 minutes where Lori couldn't interrupt. She did talk a couple of times, but it wasn't like, the other way. And she agreed that it was a good experiment because Logan fears that she's doing this on her date. And I felt like she definitely was doing that to Ty. She was rattling out question after question. He wasn't even finished, and she was, and what's this, and what's that, like a drill sergeant, but just not nasty or mean, just professional, like if she was interviewing you. And that's what she does. She does interviews for magazines or something. So that's how I felt it was. Lori said that men want to land somewhere where it's cozy and safe and where they can, be vulnerable, be themselves. And Lori doesn't feel like home. She doesn't feel like a place where a man can do that. She feels like an airport. And that they all start laughing at she was like the busiest airport in the world. It's not like she's talking about her brain because she can't shut it off. She don't know how to shut off work and home because she's been single and she's been doing all these different, boss things all her life. So she don't know how to change that, I guess. Even though she says, you can identify something about yourself and know that it needs to be changed, but that doesn't mean you know how to change it. And sometimes people be like, well, they told you. Okay, well, I understand that this, and this, but that doesn't mean I know how to change it. And also, just because I learned how to change it, it's never an overnight thing. It's something that has to be worked on. It took me so many years to learn that bad habit. It's going to take me so many years to unlearn it as well. So you have to give people grace. So Lori said, I'm just afraid of being hurt. And Logan said, oh, that's what it is. And Lori said, yeah, when I got a divorce, I think that took me out. She's like, how do we solve that inner hurt? Like, I don't know, Lori. You can't be so afraid and out there, I guess. You gotta have to figure something out because it's probably scaring guys away. Logan is reading the texts between Felton and Lori, and he's saying, babe, I miss you, and all of this stuff. And she's like, you are not getting friend zoned by him. You're getting friend zoned by yourself. And Lori just sitting there with a big old Kool-Aid smile on her face, like, yeah, he do like me. The same way she looked when she talked about that bottle of wine that he sent her. Mm-hmm. Belton is feeling her. Pam come walking in to the date on the side of the building, y'all. She looked like she just dropped out of a 1960s Cosmopolitan magazine. Like her outfit is so dope. She looks so good. She's 70 where? 70 where? Yeah, she got some wrinkles, but she's 70, y'all. Lord, I mean, Pam. Pam is meeting Dwight. He's 70, never married, one kid, tour director slash event planner. And it's a brother. And he's one of those people who think that you don't have no control over love. Love just happens to you, which makes no absolute sense. But because you don't just see somebody and okay. But anyway, um, but I do think that him and Pam are a good fit just by looking at them, just by his personality and the little bit that I saw of his personality now. I ain't seen nothing else yet, y'all. But me knowing Lori's personality, I do think that they're cute together and they may be a good fit. No, they are a good fit. I think that they are a good fit, y'all. Right and Pam, they seem smitten with each other. He seemed very attracted to her, and she seemed to be attracted to him. And she mentioned that he was taller than her, which is a great thing because most of the guys, they're either right at her height or shorter. So we'll see. So Pam talks about how she's surprised that he um, when she saw flowers on the table because she had been there before. And she was like, this place, the Hideaway, Johnny's Hideaway don't have flowers or whatever. And he's like, oh, you been here before? And she's like, yeah, the last time it was Cougar Night. You know what that is? And he's like, well, you couldn't have been there. You too young for that. And she was like, well. And she just gone and skips over a thank you, but a compliment so she can hurry up and get to her story, which was her problem on her first date or whatever date that was where dude just went off on her. Maybe it was the second date. Dude just went off on her because she takes over. And I think she missed that opportunity where he was trying to be charming towards her to, just be a southern lady, just be a lady, period. Say thank you and, accept the compliment and then keep on going with your story. Whatever. So her story was a young girl came up to her and said, can you be my Puma tonight? And she said, I don't swing that way, but whatever. Like she was so itching to get that out. I guess that was, and they both kind of, he did a little polite laugh and she, did a little, like, I'm cute. Ty said he don't have a shopping list. He don't have a type of woman. He lets himself experience the woman and they go from there, baby. So this is why I'm thinking the feeling, the energy that I felt from Ty. I mean, is that his name? From dude, I forgot that quick. From dude that quick. The energy that I was feeling from him about her, I feel like they are a good fit, guys. So they go on to talk about family things, and they are having a very nice comfortable conversation. And she asked him, is he retired? And he says, no, he owns his own company where he does like, like city tours or history tours. Not or, I think he does all of those city tours, history tours, Hollywood movie tours. I think it's called ATL tours, something like that. But yeah, so he owns that. If any of you guys have ever used that, I think we only did that in LA. I don't think I ever did that in Atlanta. But yeah, so that's nice. So next time I come to Atlanta, I will definitely use his business. I gotta remember his name first, though, y'all. He said he do senior tours too. And she talking about, does that include a senior discount? He said, you too young to get the discount. And she says, you're funny. I want to work for you. And he's basically like, no, work for me? No, you don't work for me. We work together. And I'm thinking, what are you doing, sir? What are you doing, sir? Well, first he looked crazy. He did give her a look and said, work for me. And he looked around like, what in the F is she talking about? I forgot about that. He did do that first. He did do that first. But then she suggests something that makes him say what he said. Suzanne made up her mind that, she can talk, text talk with Avery, but she's definitely putting the brakes on what's going on and she's going to continue to date other people. Can't blame her. She feel like, she don't want to just stop at like the second date and, not keep going out there after she hasn't been out there in so many years. And I feel like so many of us do that, including myself. I've done that too. Not finished looking at the options that were out there and just jumped on that one that I thought that was, the best one out of the other ones. But that's because I didn't look at all of my options. So I think it's very smart for her to do that. So Lori is, talking about how she's very assertive, as we talked about with the roles that she plays in her businesses and work and things like that. And she really does have a soft feminine side and she wants to transition and show that side more. And they show her like, running a bubble bath and looking at pictures of Felton. Felton has a lot of pictures. Obviously, he's a model, and then she calls Felton on FaceTime. He asked her how she was, and she said she was good. And then she said, "Well, my birthday is coming up. I think I'm gonna have a birthday party if you want to come." And then he goes, and then she just starts talking again. "I think I want to do something sexy, like a little sexy vibe in the evening." Girl, be quiet. You're not even letting him finish. He didn't even say like the word yet. Like a second later, she just starts talking again. This is the interrupting that Logan was talking about. What I think is that she practice it in her head, but she was supposed to say, "I want to do something sexy for my birthday or a sexy vibe for my birthday," but she forgot. So she's trying to hurry up and get it in. But girl, you didn't even let the man say a word. All he said was, then he goes, "I mean," and then she cuts him off again. I'm just asking these questions because I think, we have a good vibe and we have a pretty good relationship. Girl, let him talk. Oh, Lori. Come on, sis. You big sis. Come on, big sis. Let Felton talk. Oh, Felton, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know, bro. I did not know. So even if you feeling Lori, she don't even let you talk. I seen the little face you made too, bro. I'm telling you, like when I first saw the pictures and Atlanta, I didn't know. So I mean, you like her, it seems like. So hey, I was wrong. So he said, work with me, you know what I'm saying, to Pam. And he claims that there's an idea that they shared. I guess they edited it out because all the ideas came from him on screen. So I guess they edited it out because they didn't want to share it with the world, which does make sense. Why share the idea if you don't have it up and running yet? Somebody can take it. And I guess that's why he said work with me in his defense. I'm gonna give them that. I'm gonna give you that. And the crazy thing about it is, I forgot his name, and he got my brother's name is Dwight. Lord, don't kill me, bro. Don't kill me, big bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I only heard her say, "I feel like you got a real gold mine here," because even 20-year-olds say, "I don't know what to do in Atlanta." So if there was an idea in between that, they definitely have edited it out. But good for them. Dwight said that that was his favorite part of the date. He said the law of creation unfolded when they both got together with their idea. So yeah, I guess they had an idea that they edited out. So, and he said he wants to expand the girls' night out experience. So I like that. I think that if I would, yeah, when I'm in the Atlanta area, I'm gonna use Thai services. I mean Thai white services. I'm gonna use his services. Yay, Dwight! Well, I ain't gonna say Mr. Dwight, because you are 70. You like my mom's age. Dwight is definitely feeling Pam. She look good. She sound good. She bought the experience, baby. He feeling Pam. And Pam is still with her crazy self, cracking her crazy jokes, but she keeps calling herself old, I guess for a compliment from him. "Can you help me up? I'm a senior citizen." He done said about at least 2 times that you're too young or you don't look old or you look too young, stuff like that to her. So she's fishing just for compliments and she took this. But it's getting old, Pam. Stop it. She talking about she gonna go whisper to him, I can hardly breathe. Cause these fakes, these fake shits, they for the birds. Yeah, she got those fake, a little stuff. She tiny as I don't know what. Why do you have those fakes? And he probably don't know what fakes are. But she really liked him. She said he was a very, very kind, sweet, loving man. He reminds me of somebody that I know too, that's my age, that I knew when they were younger, but I can't think of who it is. I think it's a guy from Texas that I went to school with, from Houston. He reminds me of him. But yeah, I think they're really good together. They gave it their little hugs, and then Pam was like, "We didn't even exchange numbers or anything." And Dwight was like, "Done." You can see him putting the numbers in the phone. He took charge. They look so cute together. I really like them together, guys. I think they're a cute couple. Pam says she hadn't had a date in so many years that made her feel young again. She really enjoyed it. She done hugged him again and again. Yeah, Pam was like, "Let me get some of this little light skinned chocolate." Some of that little milk chocolate with some caramel in it. Anise got ready for her date, looking so cute. She had a little black little mini dress with a thick belt. You know, I love that. I always wear that kind of stuff too. Cause just in case I got a little fupa, I got to cover. She don't really got none of that. At least, or hers is just covered. But whatever I got something, I got to cover. I wear something like that. I will throw on that thick belt too, baby. Same belts that we used to rock in the 80s and the 90s that came back. But anyway, so she going to meet Mr. Fine, the one that her daughter Dwayna picked out for her. His name is Willie. Big Willie, baby. No, we stop. I'm just kidding, Denise. Willie, 55, divorced 2 times, 7 years he been single. He got 5 kids. And guess what? His occupation is government canine specialist. And y'all, Willie fine. Willie the finest one on here so far. Let me just break it to you. Willie is the finest one on this show. Ain't none of them touching Willie. And he seems very gentle. I don't know, girls. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think it's over for Anise and Willie. I think this is what it's gonna be. I don't know no man that could top Willie for Anise. So far, I'm feeling the same thing. I'm feeling like this is the one for Anise right here, Willie. But we'll see. Even though he's 55, and Anise is what? How old is Anise? 63. Anise is 63. I don't know, but I've just lost for words because Willie fine, y'all. And y'all know how I feel about Anise. Anise got it going on. Mm-hmm. Anise went up to him and hugged him and said, "Wow, I told y'all Willie was fine." Y'all know what them white beards be doing to us. It's them white beards. They just gorgeous. Well, when they're well groomed. They're well groomed. They showed the young pictures of them. I don't really like Anise's young picture, and his was kind of, I don't know. So he didn't. I don't know if the white beard did it for him, or without the white beard he ain't that fine, or without a beard he ain't that fine. But what his younger picture don't do him no justice right now, though. Neither does Anise, though. Anise's younger picture don't do her no justice right now either. She looks a lot better. Y'all, Anise said, "Ooh." I'm Anise. Anise is like, "Yes." And Willie said, "Ooh is right." Y'all, they are so good together already. I can see it. Finally. Anise was like, when I was walking towards him, I just kept feeling this rush. And Willie looked at Anise and was like, "Wow." And Anise said, "I said the same thing. Where you been, Willie?" I love it. I love it. Anise is talking about her name. Anise means chosen, and Patricia means oh man, what does Patricia mean? Something of nobility. Patricia means born of the nobility. Remember my aunt that just passed, her name is Patricia. That passed last year. Her name's Patricia. Aww. And so then she says that, right, guys. And then she gonna say, "So Willie, what they call you? They call you Big Willie?" Like, Anise is funny. That's the same thing I said, Anise. Do they call you Willie, Big Willie? What they call you? Oh my God, that is so funny. That's right, Anise. He gonna say Big Willie. I don't know. Like he ain't never heard nobody call him Big Willie. Stop lying, Willie. Yes, you have. So I guess he felt a little uncomfortable because he went right back and was like, just looking at you is taking my breath away. Oh, look at Big Willie. He can't take it. He's like, oh my God, this lady calling me Big Willie. It's okay, Willie. I get it. It's cute though. It's cute. Y'all look cute together. Child, they doing the sexy stare downs and stuff to each other, liking the energy, and he said she like looking in the eyes. Oh my goodness, look at them. They gonna be all over each other tomorrow. I mean, this is already recorded, but I like y'all together. So yeah, Nisha's like it's good energy, and he's like, wow. So yeah, guys, they ended it with that. I thought it was a pretty good episode. It seems to be better. That was a better episode than most of the other ones. I hope they did get picked up for season 2, and I hope that we can get them on the channel to interview some of these people because I really like these people. All right, well, some of them, not everybody. It was like one or two of y'all that was a little cuckoo, cuckoo. But I think there's still one more cast member that we have to meet, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. What was it called? Dwayna Knows. Y'all know it's gonna be in the title or whatever. But thank y'all for hanging on in there with me. I appreciate y'all. I'm still coughing a little bit, but I'm better. I'll be my you should see my little known Black History back video on on the timeline soon. Probably before this one. Well, you ain't gonna know. You gonna already see it if you already watched it. All right, guys. Don't worry about me. I'm still a little sick. I'm taking medication. I might be a little bit delirious. So some of the things that I'm saying, it just might not make no sense like that shit I just said right now. Okay. Talk to you soon. Love you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Comment and subscribe. Thanks.
I'd like to kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Bye.